So I came up with this idea yesterday, and I put it on Facebook, and a few people agreed, a few people were less sure about it. I thought, because I got a bit bored, and I watched a Disney film. I had a short list. I had Lion King, Robin Hood, Up, and Wall-E, and Lion King got chosen. And I was thinking, it made me think because someone in a lecture last year, someone in a lecture a couple of years ago, said they brought up the point that the Lion King is basically the story of Hamlet, and it's true. As in, Simba's uncle Scar kills King Mufasa, and Simba then goes away for a while, and he comes back to avenge his father. And he is contacted by a ghost, as in the ghost of Mufasa, who appears in the stars in that bit I don't really like in that film. I don't know why, but it just seems a bit out of place for me. That's my only problem with The Lion King. But otherwise, I always forget how amazing The Lion King is. And then I watch it and I go, ah, oh, Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Always with the impressions. But that is the story of Hamlet, as in Hamlet's uncle Claudius kills King Hamlet. Hamlet finds out, goes away, comes back, avenges his father. And that's the story that Disney has borrowed, and I think it's incredible that the story exists now, as it did then, but in a different form. I started thinking though, does this make Disney the modern day Shakespeare? Not modern day, because he's dead, but the 20th century's answer to Shakespeare. Obviously stuff like that is hard to say sometimes, because I'm a huge lover of Shakespeare myself, and it's difficult sometimes to sort of, it's not even slagging off Shakespeare, but I reckon some people would see it that way. So I did think, should I put this on Facebook? Is this going to cause outrage amongst the shaky people of the world? But a few people agreed, so I think it's true. They're both incredible storytellers. They both kind of borrow ideas, because I do think, I can't remember where I read this, but Shakespeare borrowed ideas from older stories and older legends, and then he used his creative genius to do his own twist on them. And that's exactly what Disney does. As in, I was talking to my friend Amy, and she said she did bring up the point that a lot of Disney films borrow from Shakespeare. As in, you get the Lion King, Hamlet, Twelfth Night, and Mulan, Pocahontas, Romeo and Juliet, and like Aladdin, Othello in ways. I'm not sure that there is a thing that there is no original idea anymore. So it's what the creator does with the story, and they both created just a vast amount of incredible stories that have survived for so long. And Disney stories will survive as long as Shakespeare's. I'm absolutely certain, because Disney is still going. That's the beauty of modern cinema, I think, because Disney is still going. Will Disney ever stop? I don't think Disney will ever stop, and that's amazing, I think. And they're still as good as Disney's originals. But then it made me think, people say Shakespeare was the greatest storyteller ever, and he definitely was up there, and he may be. But I think it's amazing that every so often you get an amazing creative storyteller. You get that storyteller who's cut above the rest. And does that make Spielberg and Scorsese modern day Shakespeare's? Because they use ideas, they create these films, they get millions of people to watch them, and they're a worldwide success. And does that make J.K. Rowling a modern day Shakespeare? I'm not sure about J.K. Rowling, because she's only created the one thing so far. As in, I'd put her with, say, George Lucas, who created the one phenomenon of Star Wars, and he was involved in Indiana Jones, but Star Wars is his big thing. So I'd like to see if J.K. Rowling, if her new book, The Casual Vacancy, is going to be as good. I would think it would be, and I think she is one of those amazing storytellers, but it sort of remains to be seen whether she carries on the she'll carry on the quality of Harry Potter. And I do think that's amazing. I think that's incredible that you get these amazing stories, and there will always be amazing stories to tell, and people will keep on inventing them and keep on writing them. And what's also incredible is these stories are still relevant. These stories about love and loss and friendship and happiness and sadness and the everything that Shakespeare and Disney do, and they still work today. They still these are truly timeless stories, and they keep on being told in different ways, and there's different twists and different adaptations on the same story, and it still works. And then sometimes you do get truly original ideas. Stories will live forever, and I think that's why I want to do it. I think in being creative, you can live forever in something you write, and that's incredible. So there's a profound point today. And if you agree or disagree, and you'd like to talk about something like this, then leave a comment, subscribe, do what you like, YouTube, like.